Welcome to the inaugural James Halliday Chardonnay Challenge here in the Yarra Valley. This was an outstanding success, I think, driven by the sense of excitement about current Australian Chardonnay. Also the impact of regions on the styles that are being made, and it was for that reason that all the judging was done by region, and you will hear them talking excitedly about just what a pleasure it was to be involved in this exercise.
The James Halliday Chardonnay Challenge is really important because there is nothing more exciting in Australia in terms of the wine making, and globally we're making some of the most exciting Chardonnays in the world. They're exciting, they're food friendly, the winemakers got their heads around how to make them both accessible, age-worthy and just thoroughly delicious.
All the wines are grouped together regionally, so that's good. We're comparing apples against apples. We're not told the region, and as we try and stress to the judges, don't worry about where they're from, just look at the wines in the glass.
We've got to encourage in this country people who are inspirational and inventive rather than just myopically copying a French standard, and I think that's the next stage, that we need to be more inventive and more free to make newer decisions and newer ways of making wine. And so having them within a regional framework gives you a better idea of how to pick those wines.
We're using the 100-point scale. We sit down and then we announce our scores. Anyone who gives 94 points would be a gold medal or above. We bring those wines back.
My role as Chairman of Judges is to keep things flowing, to try and facilitate how the different panels work together, to be able to look at the wines that they've been able to tease out to bring forward as the top wines in their brackets, because you need to be able to come in not quite as fatigued, and to be able to talk and to rationalise the decisions of the panels, but also for the direction of the whole challenge.
We've looked at quite a few brackets of Chardonnay over the last few days, and I think what we're seeing now is a lot of winemakers using Malo and oak and getting alcohol down in their Chardonnays. It's certainly a big advance on where we were 5 or 10 years ago. Certainly finer, tighter, more mineral style wines that I guess are more respectful of their origin, which I think this is what this show is really all about.
But you do see a bit of difference between the cooler climates and the warmer climates. You see that difference seems to be manifesting in their acid structure more than anything.
I'm listening to James Halliday just before we started the tasting yesterday. He gave us some really good advice, and it seems like when you're hearing it, it seems like things you've heard a million times, but hearing him say it just kind of defined what we're looking for, and that's just basically looking for wines with balance, length, intensity and complexity.
Chardonnays are the most improved variety in Australia over the last 10 years, without a doubt. It's gone from the mid-90s being these big, blousy sort of jobbies to being just super fine and just beautiful wines we're putting out now.
All the great ones have balance, and whether they're in a very cool Australian style or a richer, warmer climate style, they have balance. Nothing's really sticking out, poking out too much, so you're looking for wines that just seem complete.
10 years ago we had shitloads of 5-year-old vineyards. Now they're all 15 years old, and so we're getting this natural concentration of flavour, and when Chardonnay's grown sensitively and made sensibly, there's wonderful expression. So I can't wait to see the wines that fall out. I really want to know the results, because some of the ones we've seen have been spine-tingling good and really cool.
They are world class. The issue is communicating that and making sure that we tell people that they actually are, kind of busting the barrier of what Chardonnay was 10 years ago. It's not like that anymore. People are really thoughtful in how they're making wines and making excellent examples of Chardonnay from a range of areas.
This is the Chardonnay Challenge. The wines have, they've met the criteria, and I love the style spread. I think that sends the message that there's something for everybody in Chardonnay. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner, wine number 4. Well, we've just finished everything. It's a wrap. We've got lots of people standing around talking about the wines. Nobody knows what the wines are, not even me at this point. What the last wine has, when it gets to the absolute top, it's got the X factor. There's just one other thing about it that it's almost impossible to describe, but it's so complete. It's got so much energy, and it's so lively, and it ticks all the right boxes in terms of wanting to drink it as a thinking wine, but wanting to drink it as a drinking wine. There's a big difference, the wines that you contemplate and the wines that you drink, and this does both. And that's a wonderful thing to be able to have in a Chardonnay.
And now we come to the results. From the Great Southern, single file Family Reserve Chardonnay, 96 points. From the Adelaide Hills, Penfolds Reserve Bin A 2010, 96 points. From Geelong, 2011, Lura Park Estate Block 1 Chardonnay, 96 points. From Tumbarumba, 2011, Eden Road Wines, the Long Road Chardonnay, also 96 points. Hunter Valley, 2011, First Creek Winemakers Reserve Chardonnay, 96 points. From Margaret River, 2011, Fraser Gallop Estate Parterre Chardonnay, 97 points. From the Mornington Peninsula, the Abbey Lake Single Block Release Block 6 Chardonnay, 97 points. From the Yarra Valley, 2010, Coldstream Hills Reserve Chardonnay, 97 points. And then finally, the winner, from Tasmania, 2008, Penfolds Yatana Chardonnay, 98 points. And so, to the end. But with every end there's a beginning, and hopefully there will be even more entries next year in the 2013 Chardonnay Challenge. Thank you.